Life Trading Pre-Market Day Trading Show. You're listening to the Real Life Trading Pre-Market Day Trading Show.
Good morning, everybody. How is it going? This is Johnny Guarco, and this is your Real Life Trading Pre-Market Show. How is it? Hope you all had a great everybody. How is it going? Rearranging everything, getting everything settled.
This is
Rock
your Real Life
Wood, how you doing?
Pre-Market
Douglas
Show.
AK, good morning to you guys. Albert Chen, Gregory Hill, all my favorites are here again. Hope you guys had a great weekend. I had a pretty delicious weekend. Johnny Merck, Douglas Echo time, huh? Good morning to you guys. How's that? Echo, echo, echo. One-on-one. How's my screen? All good? Screen is good too. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I always forget to turn that dang YouTube introduction part off, but we do have all our YouTubers here live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are the Real Life Trading Beginner Room Pre-Market Show. We're going to take a look at some trades that we're going to hopefully take later on, set some things up, and get ready to rock. How are you, Matthew? What is going on, buddy? Yeah, welcome real life traders and all you YouTubers out there. We are in the pre-market show and we're ready to go. If you guys are not subscribers to Real Life Trading, we would love to have you come to reallifetrading.com and check us out. You can trade with us every day live there. All kinds of free information, all kinds of free classes, all kinds of great stuff. So thanks for joining us. Lucen, good morning. Let's ready to rock this. So, man, I haven't really been tracking the news this weekend. I've been off and about on vacay land. My daughter's here doing a little visitation with the grandkids. So I've been in Never Never Land. But anyway, looking at the charts, looking like we have a little bit of a gap and going on the SPY. I was looking at the ES mini futures earlier this morning, and it looked like we were in a tear on up there for a while. So yeah, we got some big movement bullish side, looking like we're into wave 3 in the futures. So that's odd. And then the SPY, we're looking like we're down, gap down a little bit still, all over the place on the SPY. You can see the last couple of days, though, we've been in this downtrend, probably mostly because of the war, I would imagine. A lot of negativity out there, a lot of things going on. We are sitting above that little bit of support that we had down here about 426-ish, 427-ish. Looks like we're pounding our way up there with the E-minis. So we'll see what happens to that. Obvious target up in here somewhere. We got all kinds of retest gaps going on, mostly across the board. We had that little bullish hammer come in on Friday, but most of the week, I'm looking at most of our stocks. We had mostly the last 3 or 4 days down on most of the 6 stocks that we trade every day. Let's go look at the Qs. So anyway, we do have that weekly 50 right there. We'll go look at that real quick. We're underneath that 50. Thinking we're going to hang on that 50 and decide which way we go. We're getting that 10 and 20 come down on the weekly. So we're predominantly looking, a little bit on the weak side, but we'll see what happens here in the next day or two. Technically speaking, anyway. All right, the Qs, we had a little down day on Friday. So today we have just a tiny little retest inside day looking dealio. Do have that 10 and 20 right above us on the daily. On a weekly, both of these were still in the descending channel coming on down. We bounced off of that 100 last week. So we'll be tracking, see if we can get a bounce out of here and get above these EMAs hovering right above our heads. So that's that. All our stocks, they're back and forth in between whether we can trade them right off the bat or not. So these 6 stocks, we got to have either what we call a gap and go, or above the high or low of the previous day in order to trade it. So this is a gap and go now. Tesla, it is a gap and go above the open on Friday. There's the open. So we can trade that bad boy. That's got to turn green. We got to get ready to rock. That's funny because Tesla was all the way down here earlier this morning. Let's go check out some pre-market dealios. Yeah, when I was checking out Tesla, it was down here. So it's in a bounceville. So we've got a little bit of a gap and go now on Tesla. Very interesting. Do have that 10 right there to keep an eyeball on that we got to remember. Makes sense that we bounce off of that 200. So that's kind of a no-brainer. Keep a close eyeball on that baby. Let me get my broker all set up. All right. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on Tesla. See what we were in that Chopsville all the last couple of weeks. We gapped down on the war news, and now we're fighting our way back. So see if we can get out of this. Let's see if we got what kind of triangle we got going on. Triangle, triangle, triangle. We got a little bit of that going on. So yeah, we want to see a little bit bounce. We got a triangle really on mostly everything. Hopefully we'll bounce and get out of there. All right, so let's see if we're doing the same on AMD. AMD, not so much. We're actually gapping down a little bit from Friday. I think most of the stocks that I looked at, we're pretty much gapping down on most of them. We'll see how that changed. Not really anything going on AMD, kind of just hanging out there right now. Still in that bearish triangle, descending triangle, like all the stocks are. Kind of Chopsville right now. People waiting on some good news for the war. Hoping that thing comes to an end here pretty soon. Got some good buying in here, after the war. But last week, pretty much just like every other stock that we did have a nice little bearish day there on Wednesday, but most of the stocks that I was looking at have 4 bearish candles in a row. So AMD, not quite yet, not really got any kind of push either way. We got Nvidia, same kind of dealio, retest gap. Got the highs and lows in the green. We're down below the 10 and the 20. You can see the 200 is right there, right above us. We got, what do we got? Let's put that weekly, 50 weekly down here so we remember that. Let me change this to the 50 weekly. Settings, text. There you go. Change that to 50 EMA on the weekly. $222.70. somewhere in there. Yeah, so not cleared hot yet. Had dividends the other day, paid some nice dividends on Nvidia. All right. And we got the Apple, kind of same dealio. Apple, at least last week, we had a little bit of a bullish move. We're kind of hanging out just on that 200 right now. Want to stay hanging out there and get a pop, hopefully, on Apple. So right now it doesn't qualify to trade right off the bat, but a little bit of compression going on, a little bit of a squeeze potentially right in there. So that's good news on Apple for later on this week. Delta was gapping down below when I was checking out before, then popped back up, and now it's right still down about the low of Friday. So not quite qualifying yet. There's those bunch of bearish candles I was talking about. Yeah, we could be just in a big channel here. We got this gap from way back in October of 21 that still hasn't filled. We actually had a little bit of a fill right here, but it bounced from there. Remember, gaps can be some good support, which they always are, but they like to get filled. So I'm thinking we're going to fill that baby this time. Looking quite on the bearish side. We got retest gap this morning, so we'll remember that. But back and forth between being qualified to trade right off the bat and not. So right now we're at 34.17, right at the low of Friday. You got it there, Gregory Hill. Time to make some money. We had a nice trade on roadblocks the other day on Friday. We took it bearish. Of course, we're at all-time lows right now. One would think that this is a little bit of a support area down here. So we'll see if we can get some kind of maybe potential double bottom out of here. That'd be nice on roadblocks. Yeah. So nothing right now, right off the top of the hour, but we got to wait and see what happens. Let's go back to the E-minis and see what's going on there. If we're still climbing up in that wave 3 potentially. So, yep. So we do have a lot of retest gaps, remember? So we may see retest up and then roll over later on in the morning. Nice strong move on the E-minis. All right. So we got that covered down. Really only got Tesla. Let's go into Tesla and look at it pre-market. Make sure I got my P's and my Q's all lined up. Sky, what's going on, buddy? I hope you're packing there, brother. All right. Where's my dealio? Okay. We're on the E-minis. I forgot. It trades pretty close to 24/7. Yeah, man, I am pumped, ready to roll. Started packing, ready to hit those slopes and do some shredding. Hey, do you have my phone number? I think you had departed on Friday and left without making sure got my phone number. If not, I'll send it to you on Slack later on, just so we can talk when I get there. I'm gonna be there in late morning on the 12th, so I'll see you then, brother. All right, so E-minis were still pumping. So Tesla, let's go look at Tesla and see what's going on pre-market wise on Tesla. Pre-market. So Tesla We do have that little gap and go right now, looking pretty good. So hopefully we'll get a pound out of there. A gap and go. What do we got? We got about 59 bucks. So we can 49 bucks. So we're at, say we're at here. So that would put us up about 900. Is that right? Let's use my little tool here so I don't get confused. Just see, we got that 10 and the 20. So we got plenty of room to go way on up here to the weekly 10 EMA. Don't think we come way on down here. So got lots of room. You can see over here, average daily range, we got about 49 bucks. So looks like we could, looks like this would be something up here would be looking like our target for today. That would be absolutely incredibly stupendous. So let's keep an eye on that. We'll just keep this average daily range here. See where we open. We do got that 10 and that 20 right there. Weekly, got that 10 right there. So it might be a little bit on the struggle bus to get up there, but it is a gap and go. It is bouncing off that 200. Everything tells me that we could be punching out of here potentially maybe for a nice wave 1, 2, and 3. Wouldn't that be gorgeous? Gorgeously delicious. You heard it here first from Johnny Guarco. All right. Don't have a crystal ball, but that would be awfully nice. What else y'all want to look at? So we went through the 6 stocks. I heard Oxy. I got to fix up my screens too. Let me do that real quick so I don't drive y'all nuts. Get the old Slack channel over there. Move this over here. Oxy is supposed to be gapping way up. Of course, all the oil and gases going nutsos. So Oxy looking pretty stupendous on that huge gap. You probably, I haven't looked yet, but you probably see a nice gap on all the oil and gases today. Not so much on USO, but Oxy, that is beautiful. What you like, Matthew, on the Ford? You looking to do a swing, or are you looking, what you looking to do? So right now, Ford kind of just in this little bit of a channel. My green lines, don't pay attention to them. We got, what do we got? A little bit of support down here. That's what probably you're looking at. Throw a little support line down there. So looking like we want to bounce, doesn't it, Matt? Right now, you don't got any kind of gap to give you any really kind of emotions and momentum in a way. Kind of just still in that Chopsville. Down here at support, you got that 200 right there. Looking like it wants to bounce, right? $16.85 is a pretty good price for Ford, wouldn't you think? Pulled way on back. Looking kind of double or head and shoulderish right here. So came down here. We may pop up back up in here. This looks like to me a little bit of a channel going on. We may pop back up in here, up into the 100, and then roll over. Not much place for Ford to go, though. Yeah, we'll have to see and hang out. But you got some good volume here from after the war started. That's this day here on the 24th. You're getting this squeeze in there. Looking like it should pop. Got the 50 down there on the weekly. You're keeping an eyeball on it, aren't you, Matt? Or are you in it? Are you in it long? All the clean energies are popping, according to Lucen, as the news would say. Just looking. All right. Yeah, I'd keep an eye on it for sure. It looks like, you know, you don't really have any kind of momentum going on either way, but it's kind of all over the place, isn't it, right now? Probably going to just continue to squeeze, and then people are going to jump on the bandwagon. I mean, you got good volume coming in here. I would think that we would get some more volume and have this punch up. You're just getting this horrible squeeze between the EMAs and the 100 and the 200 simple moving average. So that's actually a good thing. That's going to cause a squeeze and a pop. So yeah, I like it. One would think that we pop bullish, but maybe we'll have to just wait and see. It's probably going to be news driven. Once that war is over, I think we should get that pop out of there on the bullish side, because Ford down at 16 bucks, that's a good buy. I do agree. Let's just go look at some stocks that I used to normally look at. Let me see here what I haven't looked at Starbucks in a while. See what's happening on the Bucks. Whew, the Bucks is coming on down, ain't it? Wow, I got to look at Sylvan. We need to look at Starbucks maybe for some kind of put sale down here. So I was doing some analysis. That must be something on the weekly, like the 100 or the 200. Yep. So we got that 200 right there on the Bucks. I might have to do some analysis and go check out what a put sale down here about 70 bucks would be. That would be pretty good. But didn't realize Starbucks had pulled back. Aren't people drinking coffee anymore? What's going on Starbucks? They got earnings coming up. When is that? Okay, not until May. So got plenty of time. Down here towards the oversold area. Our side looking like it's got a little bit of divergence going on. We got this big hunking wave down here, bearishly down here to the 90 area, and we got a little bit of strength coming in. Let's go look at this buying. So some buying going on down here. So, Starbucks, I got to keep Starbucks on my peripherals. All right, that's looking pretty good. Let me write down Starbucks for me on my little notepad. Go back and look at that later on when I got more time. Let me rip this off here. Hope it doesn't make a lot of noise. There you go. So Starbucks. That's what I do when I'm checking things out and I want to go back and do some more analysis on things later on. Go on the monthly just while we're here. So you can see that's a pretty nice pullback right there. Kind of had the same thing going on there during COVID, didn't we? Right to that 100 on the monthly. Got support down there about 70. So looking pretty good, pretty good. What else can we look at real quick? I haven't looked at MU in a day or two. I haven't looked at MU in quite a long time. Monthly, we got a little bit of a double top. Daily, we're kind of just hanging out in this channel. Got a big old hunking channel right there on MU. Got a lower high here, but I think we're probably chopping this channel for a while. See a lot of sidewards chop while the war is happening. Got all those EMAs on the weekly kind of holding us up. All righty, that's MU. How about Etsy? Etsy I haven't looked at in a long time either. Etsy. pulled way back. Looks like we got some good movement on Etsy out of earnings. Was that the, yeah, that was the day the war started too. So had a good pop the next day. Etsy looking pretty good. Etsy's looking like it wants to form a little bit of a inverted head and shoulders. If we came down here, we got this little head and shoulders dealio right here, on top of the fact that this could be a wave one, get a pop like that on Etsy. So that's also looking pretty good. Keep an eyeball on that later this week to see what it does. Hello, Mr. Jackson. Hope all is well. So he says that Exxon is breaking above some weekly resistance and has some room. So there it is on the daily. There it is on the weekly. So, yep, all the oil and gas is looking pretty nice. Lots of volume coming in. Need some kind of a decent pullback and then let it roll. But yep, it's looking good, looking good. What do we got on the daily? There you go. There's a little bit, your pullback right there. Looks good, Mr. J. Hey, I got to say aloha to our YouTube live fans. Thanks for joining us. I appreciate it. We're getting ready to do some trading live. If you want to trade with us live, just go over to reallifetrading.com and sign up. Come into those morning rooms we got. We got a beginner room. We got a more advanced room. But yeah, pick either one. Come check us out. Come check out all the free education we offer. We'd love to have you on the team. Until we meet again, this is Johnny Guarco signing